Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's tutorial, you're going to learn how to make this beautiful trendy bubble skirt. We have two different methods you can use to achieve this skirt. You can use a flare method or straight method, okay? But I'm going to use a straight method for this tutorial. Let's go. So guys, I have two materials here, which is the lining and main fabric. All right, so I'll start with the main fabric. So for the fabric, go ahead and fold it into four. You will need 2.5 yards or 3 yards depending on how full you want it. So what I did was to minus 1.5 inch for my waistband. Then my skirt length is 17 inch plus half inch for stitching of the band. So that will give me 17 and a half. I've already gone ahead to mark. I will create a straight line using the 17.5 inch. Remember, I removed 1.5 inch waistband, and what I had left there was 3.5. I will use it for the turn up effect. Okay, so what I want to do now is to keep this aside, then I'll cut the lining part. So for the lining, go ahead and minus the same 1.5 inch or whatever inch you used for your waistband, you removed for your waistband. Then remember, total length of my skirt was 17.5, so I went ahead to mark 17.5 on the lining, and after doing that, from the waistline I'll come down by 8.5 inch. Those will serve as my hip line. All right, so at the upper part there, which is the waistline, I will mark quarter of my waist measurement plus 1 inch for seam allowance, right? Then at the hip line, I'll mark quarter of my hip circumference plus 1 inch for seam allowance. Then after marking, I'll connect from the waist to the hip and also take it straight down, just like you see me doing here. So once I'm done with this, next thing I want to do is to cut out the excesses. Then I'll place another lining to cut the back piece. Alright, so this is the first piece, that is the front. So I will now place it on top of another lining, leaving 1 inch space for zip allowance. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. After cutting, I will notch the zip allowance, then also slash the center back like so. Once I'm done with that, next thing I want to do now is to open the front lining like so. Then I'll also place the both sides, that is the back piece of the lining. I'll place it side like so. You place it side like this, then you mark your 1 inch for the seam allowance, okay? Because I want to now go ahead and shape. All right, so you are going to join the both side using the 1 inch you added for your seam allowance. I'll repeat the same thing on this other side, and after marking, I will head over straight to my sewing machine. Then I will stitch through the direction of the chalk. All right, just like this. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch the both side, as you can see. So what I did next was to trim out the excesses, leaving just half-inch space. I'll just trim it out like so. Then from the down part of your lining, you are going to place the down part of your main fabric as well. Do you get? The down part of your lining and down part of your main fabric will be placed together like so, right side facing each other. Then I will go ahead and pin. You will leave space of 1 inch zip allowance. Then before pinning the first print, make your first print and pin like so, okay? I'll continue pinning till I get to the other side as well. So now I've gone ahead to pin everything. The next you want to do now is to stitch with half-inch. Alright, so I've gone ahead to stitch with my half-an-inch, as you can see. I also stitch one side of the skirt, making sure I have my turn up effect at the back. Can you see? So I've done that here, and I will also go ahead and repeat the same thing on this other side. So ensure you drag your lining to the waistline. Can you see? So this will give you the turn up effect. Go ahead and stitch with half-inch, okay? Then after stitching the half-inch, you will have your turn up effect just this way. All right, so the next you want to do is to make a gather stitch at the waistline. Do this on the main fabric. All right, so I've gone ahead to run my gather stitch only on the main fabric. Don't run a gather stitch on the lining, just do your gather stitch only on the main fabric. So after running a gather stitch on the waistline of your main fabric, go ahead and gather it just like you see me doing here. So I've gone ahead to gather the waistline, as you can see. So now I'll make sure the waistline aligns properly with the lining. Can you see? So I'll make sure it aligns properly with the lining. Then I'll also go ahead and pin. But before you pin this, or stitch, just turn the right side of your skirt. You can see I'm turning the right side of the skirt. So if you want to stitch together with the lining, you will turn the right side of your skirt like so. Then you arrange your gather very properly, ensure they align together. Then go ahead, you can also pin. Okay, you should go ahead and pin. So for me, I'm just pinning like so. After pinning, I will make a top stitch, like I will stitch together with the lining. Can you see? So once I'm done with that, I will also go ahead to cut out the waistband. Okay, also ensure your gather did not get to the 1 inch zip allowance. Ensure you have this on both sides. All right, so now I will go ahead and measure what I have there at the waistline, including the zip allowance. What I have here is 29.5 inch. I will divide the 29.5 inch by 2, as you can see. Then ensure your waistband is on a fold this way. Go ahead and mark whatever you have. If you have any too much excess, you go ahead and cut it out. So now I have cut out about 1/4 of an inch. So the next thing I want to do now is to fold it into two like so. Then I will head over straight my sewing machine to stitch this side. Then I'll also stitch this other side just like this. Okay, so after stitching the both side, this is what I have. The next thing I will do is to turn it outside right, just like this. Then you can see what I have here after it's done. Next thing I want to do is to attach the band to the waistline. There are two different methods you can actually use to attach your waistband to your skirt. The first method is to fold the bottom part of your waistband. You can fold in like 1/2 inch, then go ahead and iron first, so that when you are placing your waistline side of it, like when you are putting in the waistline side of it, you can easily stitch, like you can easily make a top stitch. Okay, from that point to the other end. Ensure the same thing applies to the back. Okay, so another second method is just for you to place it straight this way, then use a finding to stitch. And after doing that, you can search the rough part. You get? So I've gone ahead to attach the band. I made use of the second method, so the next thing is to search the rough part, which I will do later. So guys, this is the inside of our skirt. The lining, everything looks so neat, you can see. And the turn up effect came out so fine. Can you see? You can also use like 4 inch or even 4.5 inch for the turn up effect. It depends on what you want. This is what it looks like. So what I want to do next is to fold it into two, so that I can fix the zip. Okay, so I've folded it into two now. I will have to come down from the waistline by 8 inch. Then I'll mark 1 inch straight down. So this 1 inch here, I will go ahead and stitch it, then also fix my zip on this other side. So guys, I'll just go ahead and do that, then I'll place my mannequin so you see the final result. This is the final result of our beautiful skirt. This is very fine. What I used here was not even up to 2 yards. Okay, I didn't use my measurement, I used a smaller measurement to get this. So if you want to make yours, use 2.5 to 3 yards of fabric.